awesome everyday people, our parents.
Yes, we did.
And
That's
so
right.
first, let's look at some of the dads from our station. Father's Day is right around the corner, so I think we may have some special guests joining us.
Yeah, that's right, Isley. We are joined over Zoom today with our own dads, interviewing them today.
And it's nice to finally meet a face. This is my dad, Wardell Gooden. Thanks for being here today.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm happy
Thanks
you
for
came
having
on.
me.
Of course, your favorite daughter, you have to do this kind of stuff. I'm his only daughter, I'm just kidding. And Kaelin's,
Numero uno.
yeah, numero uno. And Kaelin's dad is on there too.
Yes, my dad, Victor Clay, is joining us today. I can't say I'm his favorite daughter. He has two, so we won't say that over air.
Don't say that. We don't want her to feel left out. So
I'm one of his favorite daughters.
one of his favorite
Yes.
daughters. That's the way you put it. So, Dad, tell us a little bit, some of your favorite things about your dad.
About my dad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was very fun, loving, and he taught me a lot of things. You know, working hard, providing, responsibility. Growing up with him, I was the baby of the family, so he didn't get real hard on me like he did my siblings, but so he spoiled me, so I loved him.
Very cool. And so, Kaelin, for your grandfather and your dad too, that would be
Yes.
nice to hear.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier about how cool it is that dads kind of take stuff that they learned from their father and just kind of bring that into their own fatherhood. So, Dad, if you could touch on what you learned from your dad and how you've just relayed those lessons.
So I learned quite a bit from Brian Clay. He taught me how to be self-sufficient. He was a man who served in the military. He served in the U.S. Navy over in Vietnam. And anyway, I do remember some of the life lessons growing up. He would always, I remember one time actually, a funny story, I was in Little League and I had slid into second base and kind of banged up my knee and I was laying there on the, laying there on the field, just kind of aching somewhat. And he came out there to me and he was my coach. And he asked me, he said, son, are you hurt or are you injured? And I said, well, what do you mean, Dad? He said, well, if you're hurt or if you're injured, I'm going to take you to the hospital. He said, however, if you're hurt, rub some dirt on and get back in the ball game. So I learned a lot of life lessons like that from Brian Clay, and they have really helped me out through life, and they just taught me how to get through and work through things, and God will always be with you and take care of you.
I've heard a lot of those baseball stories, Isley.
Oh, really? I'm sure. And for you all, what was it like finding out that you were going to be a dad? Like when you got the call or when you found out, were you excited? Were you nervous? It's a big role to fill.
Well, for me, it was a little bit of both. I was nervous and I was excited, mostly nervous. But it was, it was a wonderful feeling. Before I knew my first child, what she was gonna be or he, everything was in the air. But I was excited.
That's cool. And so, Mr. Clay, for you, I know, Kaelin, you're the youngest, right? So for
Yes.
you, was it going into your second child, you kind of knew what you were doing there when you learned about
Yeah,
Kaelin.
Dad, what were your thoughts?
Well, I will tell you, Isley, that's not true. I still don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, man.
But I will tell you this. Kaelin, so my first daughter, we had a scare with her because she was early. And there was a lot of nervousness and worry. And then when Kaelin came along, she scared us even more because she tried to come into this world at 25 weeks of age. And so obviously 15 weeks too early, but you know what? The good Lord worked that out. And she stayed where she was supposed to until it was time for her to come. So we had a little scare with her, but you know what? She came out just on fire and full of energy. And I think you can probably tell she's still that way today.
I love that. I see it in her now that you told me that story. That's really sweet. Last question. This may be the hardest one. What do dads really want for Father's Day? What are you looking forward to getting this Sunday?
Give us some gift ideas.
Well, for me, I never really wanted anything for Father's Day. Just really a phone call or love or anything that my kids can do for me. But I'm just, just happy that
You're just
life
happy to
is
be
what
a
it
dad.
is,
Okay, I
I'm
can make
proud,
that happen. I can get you a phone call. That makes it easy. But we love you. Thank you for coming on. And
I will take a car, a house, or something for my daughter.
Now you up the ante with the card.
Well, I will say that I agree with Mr. Gooden. Just a word from my daughters, just to be able to see and spend time with them is a lot. I've been on unfortunately a long business trip this week and making my way back home right now, and I will have touched 5 states, and I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm driving numerous states to get back home just so I can drive to Little Rock and spend Father's Day with them. I don't live too far from Little Rock, so it's easier for me than it is for Mr. Gooden. I don't live too far away, but that's really what I want. I just want the time with my daughters.
Very
All right.
sweet. We
Make that
appreciate,
happen.
yes, you can make it happen. I appreciate you both coming on, and it gives our viewers a peek into a little bit our personality traits that we got from our dad. So,
And I know we're both so very thankful for you all.
and proud of you both. Happy Father's
Yes,
Day. We
happy
love
Father's
you.
Day. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Of
Love
All right,
course.
you.
love you.
Thank you. All right, there you see it. We have both of our fathers on. Kaelin, we were a little nervous, but I think they did great.
They were great.